Tommy Tanner, president and head coach of Syracuse Silver Knights. First and foremost, where's the team at right now in your mind as far as, I mean, it's been a little bit of a rough season, the second season, but where do you feel the team's at?
I mean, we're right in the middle of the playoff hunt. You know, we got two big games this weekend against Baltimore, and if we can come up with two victories, then you know we're in third place. I mean, that's you know we're 2 spots in the playoffs. So I mean that's how tight it is. We have other teams have some games in hand on us, but you know they have tough games too. So I mean if we can go out and beat Baltimore, you know I think we need to be in 3 out of the 4 times we play them coming up here. But you know at least 2, you know to keep our playoff hopes alive.
And when you look at what you've been able to do on the road and against Rochester in general, I mean, you come off your losing streak and you come back and beat them. Just talk about that game.
It was a great. I mean, it was I think a season-saving victory for us as it was, because if you would have lost to Rochester, we'd have them another win. And you know, it's one of the teams we're battling for the playoffs. And you know, we had great stretches, and then you know we were able to come back. And Marcus scored. You know, Nate scored a great goal to get us back into the game with 4 minutes to go, and then Marcus's goal was just super.
And when you look at the play of Marco Cavanaghs, you know, what he's been able to do, the fact that he was named to the MISL Team of the Week this week, what can you say about his play?
Well, I mean, he's gotten better and better every game, it looks like. You know, he's a physical specimen, you know, 6'4", you know, 200 pounds or whatever. I don't know how big he is. And, you know, but he's stepped in front. He's come forward. He's played better. He hasn't given the ball away in the back like he did last season. He's been very, very good with the ball. He's been very, very tight in his man. He's done pretty much everything I've asked of him.
And what can you say about, you know, as far as leadership on the team, where it's coming from, and what you think, you know, in the state of the team right now, who your leaders are?
I mean, obviously, Ryan Hall is one of our major leaders, and he leads by example on the field. You know, I mean, leading the league in blocks and sliding, going out there, and then you know, then Nelson Santana is obviously our other leader, who you know who plays an awful lot in the games, and you know we live and die with Nelson going forward, and you know hopefully we live a lot longer.
As far as Nelson's feet, what he's been able to do, you know, he did a lot of work with foot sole and learned a little bit about that from him and got to see it myself. But is there anybody that you've seen in the league that's better with their footwork than Nelson?
No, Nelson's especially in tight spaces, Nelson's the best, because not only is he good with his feet, he's so strong, physically strong, and his center of gravity is so low that he, you know, the ball, he'll lose it and he'll be right back on his feet again. So I mean, it's a special gift that he has, you know, be able to get out of those tight spaces. You know, Marcos Lette one-on-one is probably a better player. You know, obviously going for, you know, one-on-one, having to take people on, but you know, Nelson in tight spaces, I'll take him over anyone in the league.
And what can you say about Neto coming onto the team this season? You know, what has he done to help out your offense?
I mean, Neto's a goal scorer, you know, and we didn't know he was that. You know, he was a good player last year, and he's been a key player for us. I mean, if it wasn't for Neto, you know, and these are 50 points would be gone. We had to be trying to find him somewhere else. I'm just very happy we got him.
And then as far as the other guys that you've brought on, you know, what can you say about them and some of the moves that you made early on this season and how they're panning out?
I mean, I think they worked, you know, and it's made us a better team. You know, we've lost some games that I think we should have won. And every game in this league so far, it seems like it's in the fourth quarter, it's tied. So it's whatever team can make that play in the fourth quarter has been able to win it. And, you know, we made it against Rochester, but we didn't against Wichita and Milwaukee twice and some other games. So, I mean, although our record's 6-11, I think, you know, we should be a lot better than that, but we are where we are. And, you know, we have to go from here.
Looking at that 6-11 record, and you say, you know, it comes down to the end of the game, who has the ball last, who has that last shot, you know, whatever it may be. What do you need to do to get this team to turn the corner to be the team that can finish?
I hope we did it against Rochester. I hope that Rochester game was able to, you know, turn the corner. I mean, we lost to Wichita with a minute to go, gave up a goal, and then lost in overtime. In Wichita, we lost in overtime again, where we had 3 plays to make to win that game. We didn't. We lost with Milwaukee with a minute to play. So I mean, those 3 right there. I mean, a little play, a little block, anything. You know, putting the ball in the empty net on the 6th attacker, which we weren't able to do. You know, change the game. But like I said, we are where we are. We have to, you know, 9 games left, and we got to probably win 6 of the 9. And
when you look at the rest of your schedule, you know, we've talked about this before, that you have bunches on the road and then bunches at home. How's the team faring right now with having that, where you have so many games on the road before you come back, and in your case right now you'll have 3 straight at home before you head to the road?
I mean, I don't think it's a big deal at all, because it's not like we're away for 2 weeks. You know, we're just away for a weekend. And the hard part is, you know, we had that stretch. We had 3 games in 4 days over Christmas, and all that travel was tough. And now we have 2 games this weekend. We don't play next weekend. So, you know, obviously, we wish the schedule was a little bit better in our favor. But all the teams go through that. I mean, Chicago started 7 games in a row. Milwaukee had a big stretch of home games. Now they got all road games. Wichita finishes with 5 straight on the road. So no matter where Wichita is, that to win on the road. I mean, you look at everyone's road records; they're not very good, including Baltimore.
And as far as, Baltimore on the road here, the fact that they have you 3 games in a row, are you happy that you saw this? I mean, Baltimore's obviously a tough team, long history, but you have them 3 straight times at home, even though there's a little bit of a break in between.
You never want to play Baltimore 3 straight times at home, but we have to go out and we have to defend, and we have to. I think Baltimore's probably the best team in the league. I think I watched their game against Milwaukee, and I thought Baltimore should have won the game they lost. And there's been a lot of games like that with a bunch of teams in the league. Last weekend it was 15-14, 12-11 in an overtime game. So I mean they're all super close. So I'd rather not play Baltimore at all, but than 3 games. But we beat them twice last year, and it's pretty much the same team they had last year. And I think we're better than last year. So I think we lost 10-4 in their place, but it was a good game. We played very well when we were there, and the ball didn't bounce our way. So hopefully it bounced our way Friday night.
What can you do against this team? I mean, you're going to have multiple opportunities to play up against them, but what do you feel you need to do against Baltimore to win these games?
We need to stop service into the targets. We have to follow our runners. I mean, Baltimore plays a traditional style of indoor soccer. I mean, the target gets it. They hold it. They look for runners to play off the boards. They don't really break out a lot. They look to keep possession a lot, and they will break out, but they look to keep possession, look to knock the ball into the target, and the target plays it off the board a lot of times. So, and by far they scored the most goals off the boards of any team in the league, and it's probably not even close.
Now, you talked to your team at the end of this practice about the fact that as many games as you've won, you've only beaten 2 teams. How important is it to stretch outside of that and show that you can go up against anybody in this league?
I mean, we have to. I mean, last year the only team we didn't beat was Milwaukee. So, I mean, last year we did a great job of it. This year I think we've been unfortunate with Wichita. Should have beat them a couple times. Unfortunate with Chicago. Should have beat them. We were beating Milwaukee 8-2 and 7-2. So, I mean, we should have won some games that we didn't win. So, last year we did. So this year, we're going to put it this way. We don't make the playoffs if we don't beat a Baltimore and a Milwaukee and a Wichita and Chicago to finish the season. So I think we'll need to win against all other 6 teams in the league to make the playoffs.
The fact that they took it away from 2 divisions and this time around it's all you guys in one full team. I mean, the MISL is just one straight, all the teams are together. There's one standings, one division, so to speak, or conference, whatever you want to call it. Has it changed anything, from the aspect of as a coach?
It would have been nicer if it was the other way around. It would have been Baltimore, us, and Rochester. We'd be in the playoffs right now. It does change things obviously because I think it's better for the league. I think the league. I mean, it's a 17 division is better than 4 and a 3. It would have been 4 and a 4 if Norfolk was back, but it doesn't change it much other than that we play the other teams a little bit more. It's a more even schedule than it was last year.
You had the opportunity in practice to get out there and start playing and get your legs going again. I mean, you played for a very long time. What was it like getting out there with the guys?
I can't run anymore, so it's fun, but I can't even close to doing anything that I used to do. So I just get out there once in a while for exercise.
And you had a little bit of a joke with Nellie on one of the passes that were supposed to come his way, and you kicked it away from him. What went on there?
Yeah, he tried to make me look funny, and I stole the ball from him. So it was good.
And the last thing I want to ask you, Coach, before we let you go here is, what can you say to the fan base and what they've done this season for you and what you're expecting of them for the rest of the season as far as coming out?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you haven't been to an indoor soccer game, please come. And if you've been to one, please come. We need more people at our games. Attendance has been okay this year. I would hope it to be better. And I hope our last 5 games gives a big push because it's exciting. It's great family entertainment, and it's cheap family entertainment to bring a family out. Family of 4. Maybe $50. Went to the movies the other day, 2 of us, and it was $52. So, I think it's great family entertainment. You don't have to worry about your kids. They're with the hamster dancing, and they're all around, and it's a very safe and friendly family environment. So, if you haven't come out, please come out.
And what are you doing this weekend that's a little bit different? I know you're going to be honoring some of the veterans. Just talk about that.
I think the veterans is February 1st, I believe.
Okay.
Next weekend's our camouflage jerseys. We have camouflage jerseys. They're great. This weekend is a Girl Scout is on Sunday, along with West Hill School District, who's done a great job, and we've been out there. And the guys have been in their appearances all week, and they've been out in the community. So I'm looking forward to some big crowds this weekend.
And as far as the Baltimore game, you can buy these in a package deal, can't you?
Yeah, they have the blast pack, which you can get 2 for $25, which is you can get 2 for 1 game, or you can get 1 each for Friday and Sunday's game. So if you didn't get, call the office 303-7261 and get your tickets.
Appreciate it.